Hey boys, look what we got here. It's gonna be a weird video and I'll explain why, but 642 or 424 miles on this bad boy. Guys, well, here's what's weird about this video. One of the drivers or shop guys, somebody lost the second key to this. The key that stays in the shop is lost. So the driver, anytime he drops off this truck, he grabs the key because he needs to have the key. Well, I have no way of rolling down the back windows, or I don't feel like going in the shop and grabbing tape of any sort. So that's why this video is weird. But 600,000, you saw that, right? Let me show you. Seats are worn, meaning, I mean, they got some wear on them. There you go, so you get the whole picture. You see how they're pretty smashed up, but they're not torn or anything, which really surprises me, to be honest with you. Really surprised me. The second gen boys know how it is. They always gets ripped here. And this cover thing got on here recently. So didn't have a cover this whole life. That's a fact. So what I was trying to explain to you guys, I don't have keys to this. The only reason I was able to do what I was able to do, because I come up here walking around and there's no window rolled up. So I grabbed my phone to call the driver and be like, hey, yo, what's going on around here? Let's get some, get these windows rolled out, because clearly I don't have any way of doing it. Anyways, there's a key that should be coming in the making. But that's one way to do a 1,000-mile review. You got your ice and dipstick, you got your engine. You know, I keep talking to you guys how the truck, whew, she's in the bottom of safe there. Just barely in the safe range. She's probably in the end of her cycle there. That oil looks pretty black anyways. Now, you guys, diesel guys know they're always black. But yeah, I haven't seen this thing in the shop for a while, so it probably needs a service. Yeah, once again, the windows are all rolled up. I can't do anything as far as rolling them down, but this is a new modification to this truck. Wondering what happened there. But this is what this truck does. Specifically this truck, almost every single day pulls one of these from Seattle to Spokane. Almost every single day. Thing's a beast. So I ain't lying to you guys when I tell you guys, a lot of my pickups haul containers. Okay? That ain't a container, that's a pickup truck. Now, don't be surprised in any way, shape, or form. But a lot of times I come out here on the weekend and it's like a container yard. At least that's the feeling my neighbors get. I feel like they get sometimes. There's another truck. So what do we got? 3 loaded trucks out here and 2 of them were containers. See, I ain't lying to you guys when I say we haul a lot of containers. Anyways, boys, I wish I could do a thorough review of this and let you listen to the engine and all that stuff. But, you know, these reviews are just as nice to see because it's in the middle. It's like right in the middle of a run. You know, you see exactly what's going on here. You see exactly what guys are doing, how dirty they are. Because a lot of times I'll jump in these trucks to go for a test drive and then I'll do a video. You know, I went through the shop, it got the service, it got cleaned up and all the shebang. You know, Coopers are ran for the winter. There ain't a whole lot of Cooper left there. Yeah, I think this truck went through its Coopers a lot quicker than the rest of them because I think he does a lot of the local. Well, I know it's a local truck, but he gets quite a bit of miles, but he just stays in a good radius of Spokane, doesn't go too far. And the local stuff seems to wear out the tires more because you're in and out, meaning, you know what I mean, you're pulling in and out of parking lots and inside a city instead of on the interstate. That takes a toll on everything. But yeah, there you have it, 600,000. Obviously we got more videos to come, more thorough videos. You know, I could take you out for a test drive or whatever. I ain't lying to you boys, these 4 gens, hang in there. This wasn't going to be a thorough video, but for all you guys saying the dash or the everything falls apart on these things, original dashboard, guys. I mean, you're gonna say, oh, you're hiding something with that cap. No, man, it's just middle of a work. This is a work truck, man, and I ain't lying to you guys. You can tell it's a work truck. Ain't nobody lying about anything around here. God bless you, JJ. Who runs this truck works it. You know, it ain't dirty. It's a work truck. There ain't nothing dirty about this. And you working guys out there know what I'm talking about. This ain't, you know, filthy dirty. This is just work dirty. He'll probably come around here in a couple days, clean her up, make her all nice and puffy, shiny. And I was just gonna hit key points. Interior ain't falling apart. You know what all I did with the suspension? Take a wildest guess. A whole lot of nothing. 2 sets of ball joints, meaning uppers and lowers right away. Typically the uppers go out, but hey, you're already in there, so we do the lowers right away. It's always been the uppers. I don't think we ever had a bad lower. It's weird how that goes. But, you know, it gets a new set. I never tested how long the lowers last, actually, because we're in there, we do them. So all you guys saying suspension falls apart, no, it doesn't. It's not the only truck. That truck out there, by the way, is right behind this one. Right behind it. That thing is like mid 500s, probably 550, 560-ish. Nah, it ain't 550, 560. It's probably like 565, 570. But once I get a chance, I'll do a little video on that, keep you all updated. But yeah, suspension ain't falling apart, gearbox, links, I mean everything. Oh yeah, man. Fall off your chair for all I care. It's OEM. Now what we do find is caliper, the piston bursts. We service the pins and the sliders or whatever you want to call them, but the calipers do burst. Pistons sometimes burst because obviously a pad flies out, but for the most part they burst because they're just old. Here, let me check up. Oh, there it is. Isaac, checking up on Isaac. What else do you guys want to hear? This truck does have a second transmission. So the OEM one, the original one that came off the factory or the assembly line with this truck, failed at 571. My regulars know that, hey, it wasn't bad. The oil, I dropped the oil pan. The oil pan was clean. So to me, a solenoid failed. You know, I had to say, they're like, well, let's change the solenoid. Let's keep pushing it. But 571, how much more do you want to push out of this thing? You know, injectors, y'all gonna say every 150,000. There's a well-known Cummins guy around here. Yeah, 150,000. You got to change your injectors. As good as nothing. Or there's trash. You know, you'll screw up your engine or whatever. You tell him, like, yo, man, you keep bumping your lips. I just do what I knew best. Start my truck, see how bad it smokes on cold, see if it smokes on warm, or how bad or good it runs. Just see how it runs, I guess what I'm saying. Cold starts up will tell you quite a bit how it runs. Obviously, use common sense. It's freaking cold outside and it's like shivering cold. Yeah, that ain't gonna run so smooth. But if she warms up and she runs nice and smooth and evens out, shoot, run that. You're perfectly fine with injectors. So these injectors got swapped out, don't quote me, a little after 500, and it happened when one of my guys fueled up at a Flying J, and I want to say the fuel had def. I didn't see it on that receipt. There's no def that my guy put in there, but whoever was filling the tanks, like the truck driver that was, you know, the tanker that was dumping fuel in there, I think that's what's going on. Maybe water, whatever. Took out the injectors. We were in there, we did the harness. My guy decided to put a low mileage CP3 for whatever reason. He thought it was necessary. I supported that idea. I get it, but you know me, I always want to test stuff, see how far they go before they fail. Since we're on the subject of fuel, you know, the fuel tank was already dropped, so we put another lift tank in there, and boom, this thing keeps trucking. So injectors lasted a solid 500 plus, tranny a solid 500 plus. The engine is still OEM. I have a personal Snapchat. I don't have like a YouTube one or whatever Snapchat, but on a personal one, some of you boys watch me. I've cracked this thing open. Well, it's the dude literally just pulls up, and I'm like, oh, he was pulling up the shop, flagged him down. I'm like, hey, let me try. So I open the valve cover. Obviously, ain't no scientific way, but you know, you open it, this thing ain't flying out, ain't smoking nothing. I was very impressed. Clearly, there's a breather tube and all that shebang for positive, the CV filter. But all I'm underlining at 600,000, there isn't excessive blow by. I mean, there's nothing. There's no difference in this thing running at 600 versus that dually. Let's show that. That dually running at you know, 250. There's no difference. And then we got Rachel here, dirty. You'll be all right. Hold on a second. Anyways, boys, gotta help them. Gotta take care of them kiddos. But anyways, let's see. What was I talking about here? Oh, the engine. Yeah, it just runs solid, runs smooth. Another thing, injectors will, now don't jump to this conclusion, don't be swapping out injectors. Your engine will start running a little bit more rough with worn out injectors. you'll notice it, because once we put the brand new set of injectors and the wiring and everything, I mean, this thing just went silk smooth. Like, it was just smooth. We're like, holy smokes. Yep. That's awesome. Anyways, as far as oil consumption, you know, same thing, about a quart every 10,000 miles. Like, this guy pushes a container, you know, I've asked him, he says it ain't bad at all. Still sticking to a quart to every 10,000. He takes it easy. Now, if you push it hard, you could easily put down 2-3 quarts. Well, I don't know about 3, but you could probably put 2 down for 10,000. It comes down to the driver. Consider what you're doing. You know, if you're really consistently pushing. For you guys that says, oh, that ain't no big, there ain't no weight to it. Guys, it's a freaking parachute. That thing's a parachute. Look where the roof line of the truck is and whatnot. Here, let me show you. That air's hitting that container pretty hard. That's quite a bit of footage there. If I had to guess, that's a solid 8 additional feet. Oh, maybe not 8, 6 to 8, whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. It's a brick. Anyways, guys, covered the basics. I know you guys want thorough reviews, but I change them up. My regulars know how it is. Yeah, one of these days I'll come out here and just start doing reviews on all this equipment. I got this cabin chassis, man. This thing has been something. It's been giving me a headache. I'll do a video about it. The brakes just keep falling to the floor. Huh. This is my 19. Yes, it's all stickered up. Got Michelin's. There's something about this 19. Can't remember what it was. Oh, this is my problem child. I gotta update you guys on that. This is the truck that has given me, ran me in circles, the dealerships on the whole EGR flow issue. Anyways, guys, I'm done for today. May the Lord bless you. May Almighty find day. And as always, take it easy.